And there I was the girl from Suits.
This one's wife. Kate calls this one's wife. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. The News International, or the International News, tells us that the Princess of Wales called this one's wife. Hello? Oh, hello, this one's wife. This is the Princess of Wales. What do you want? I'm calling you because I want everything to be all right between us. Oh, you made me cry. I'm not sure I should speak to you. That's quite possibly how this phone call went. According to Angie Morgan, who writes in the News International, or the International News, Kate Middleton forced to make phone call to this one's wife. Really? Let's dig deeper. Prince William's wife, Kate Middleton, has reportedly made a phone call to Prince Harry's wife, this one's wife, to ease the tension after newly reignited race row by Omid Scobie's bombshell royal book. The Princess of Wales, according to In Touch Weekly, that bastion of investigative journalism, made a phone call to her sister-in-law, this one's wife, to clear the air after her name was dragged into the race row by improbably named plastic-faced Weasley Lickspittle Lieutenant Omid Scobie, who has been dubbed as this one's wife's mouthpiece. Shortly after the book's allegations came out, Kate reached out to this one's wife to clear the air, says the insider, adding that the phone call actually came at King Charles's request. However, the reports left the royal fans baffled, with some saying Charles, William, and Kate have no time to spare for such activities. The outlet, citing a source, even claimed that the monarch asked Kate to heal the rift, as Prince William was refusing to talk to Harry. Charles forced Kate to become his peacemaker after William's refusal. However, the conversation has not been confirmed by this one's wife, or the Princess of Wales, or any of their representatives. Previously, UK's Closer Weekly cited a source stating Kate has been in touch with Harry to tell him to keep his chin up and not worry too much about the temporary setbacks. They added, Kate wants to keep those lines of communication open and pave the way for long-term peace with the whole family. How wonderful. Well, whilst Kate is of an empathic nature, I think that we could file this suggestion in file B1N, i.e. the bin, and declare it highly unlikely or probably didn't even occur. Why? Well, whilst on one hand, King Charles would want to bring about peace between his warring sons, because that would, of course, make it easier for him to assert control over both of them and would assist with his facade, it's therefore conceivable that he has a desire for the hostilities to end. Furthermore, he knows the nature of the Princess of Wales and therefore would deem it appropriate to issue such a diktat to her to bring about peace because my boys aren't talking to one another. However, therein the likelihood of action being taken would end. The Princess of Wales would not, even at King Charles's request, be moved to contact this one's wife. First of all, the Princess of Wales knows, as a consequence of expert advice, the strength and importance of having nothing to do with this one's wife by way of the implementation of a no-contact regime. She understands how problematic this one's wife is. She understands that any form of contact will just edify her and be used against the Waleses and other members of the royal family. Having experienced the unpleasantness of this one's wife's behaviour. For instance, as Tom Bauer reported in Revenge, this one's wife slammed a door in the face of Kate when she attempted a reconciliation at an earlier juncture and threw flowers in the bin. We also know that this one's wife caused Catherine to cry and bullied her daughter, despite the attempts of this one's wife to turn it around and suggest that she was the victim and that it was Catherine that made her cry. The fact is that Catherine knows that any involvement with this one's wife is going to be contrary to best practice. Furthermore, she simply doesn't like her, and after the way that she has behaved and the things that she has said about her and her family, the last thing that she's going to want to do, even at the behest of the king, would be to have any contact with her. Furthermore, William would forbid it. He, as a normal, isn't taken in by this one's wife and has seen through her behaviour. He similarly knows the importance of having nothing to do with her and also with Harry. He would not allow his wife, even if she were minded, to contact this one's wife to allow it to happen. There is a rod of steel through the Princess of Wales, and whereby ordinarily she is a kind and sweet individual, where somebody crosses her, as this one's wife has done, she is not going to allow that to happen, particularly when it relates to her family. Thus, no telephone call will have occurred. This one's wife, of course, would like it to be the case that the Princess of Wales would telephone her. It would provide her with fuel. It would make this one's wife look important. It would seem that the Princess of Wales is coming almost begging at her door. And therefore, it wouldn't be a surprise if this one's wife has leaked such a story to suggest that this is what has actually occurred. She does this in order to make herself look good. See, the Princess of Wales has come crawling back to me in order to try and smooth things over. So she should, after the way that she behaved. This one's wife wants to portray herself as the victim. This is why she wants the apology from the royal family, that she believes that she has been hard done to. She really does believe that, despite the evidence to the contrary. Her narcissism has warped matters to cause her to see things in this way. No telephone call will have taken place. It simply is not something that the Princess of Wales would do based upon her own knowledge and what has happened to her as a consequence of the behaviour that was meted out towards her and members of her family by this one's wife. And therefore we can reject any suggestion of such a phone call, and we can also safely say that any such phone call is highly unlikely to happen in the future. As far as the Princess of Wales is concerned, it is much better for everybody all round that she and they have nothing to do with this one's wife. The standard approach that should be adopted with regard to a narcissist that causes problems in anybody's life. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.